IGN Rewind Theater is brought to you by...
What's up, everybody? Welcome to your Rewind Theater for Batman Arkham Knight's latest trailer. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the Pride of the Sunset, Destin Legary.
That's me. Thanks, Greg.
Thank you, Destin.
Back to you.
Oh, good. So here we go, Destin. A brand new look at Batman Arkham Knight. What's exciting about this, Destin, is
everything?
Well, sure, everything.
Yeah.
It's the first in-game footage we've seen of it, actually, you know, not being a blur trailer, not being a cutscene. There's some actual gameplay in here. And what's super exciting is that this is what Mitch and I saw at GDC. So we saw them play through everything you're seeing in here, not so much the Scarecrow stuff, but we actually get to sit here and now understand what's happening. I can give you all the knowledge in my head and explain 120% what's happening in this trailer. Of course, if you haven't seen this trailer, you should catch IGN first, then come here where we spoil the whole thing and run around.
That's right.
So where do you want to start, Destin?
All right, let's go right back to the beginning.
Here we go.
First look at the new city.
It's Gotham City.
Yeah, that's right.
It's 1 year after the events of Arkham City. They've obviously rebounded a bit here. You see some of the familiar clock tower faces and whatnots.
Clock tower on the right. I don't know what that's called. Forklift thing? Lift thing?
Forklift thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Technical
a crane.
terms
It's a
here.
crane.
The crane, thank you.
My dad works them every
Crane.
day. I also see some color mixed in there. One of the things Rocksteady talked about was that,
we'll get back to cranes in a second.
One of the things you see is that Rocksteady is using different districts to make Gotham feel different. So you, even from a wide thing like that, you see a little bit of neon out there. You'll get a little bit closer look at later on.
Right here, I noticed the population is quite dense.
Right. It's a very dense population in this cutscene.
Yes.
Of course, Scarecrow is making a whole bunch of demands. He's threatening to release fear toxin on the city of Gotham, so they are evacuating everybody, which means no one's in the streets except criminals when you run around in the city, which is like, whatever, okay.
This is our first tease of Scarecrow.
Right, you get a few flashes of him here coming up. Speaking of cranes, high five.
Yeah.
That was great.
Good transition.
Scarecrow, of course, a survivor of the events of Batman Arkham Asylum. We saw him grab one of those Titan canisters at the end of the game. You see there his little injection glove, and then back to this evacuation thing.
There's the GCPD logo on an evacuation bus 68.
Right.
They're trying to get everybody out of the city. This seems like the opening to me.
Right.
And,
this
the
is
city's
I would imagine
quarantined.
this is totally the playthrough, of what you see. Another view of Gotham, beautiful Gotham.
Yeah,
You're in
shot of
Gotham,
the
we
city.
get it. Jeez, there's everybody evacuating.
There's the bridge you had to go across 8 million times in Origins.
Scarecrow's awesome glove. Scarecrow. Now, if you want to stop and rewind a sec there.
All right.
What I find interesting about that, he's threatening to unleash all of this toxic gas and stuff. I like those two canisters in the back. It's like this is what we do in Rewind, where we just sit around and hypothesize things. There's some shadows in there. I wouldn't put it past that Scarecrow's going to have fear-laden, Titan-laden bad guys to come out and fight eventually, because he did get away with some of that Titan. Something to think about.
Yeah, next iteration of the Titan villains.
What do you think of the voice going on here? You and I have talked a lot about this.
It sounds to me a lot like Hugo Strange, who's dead as far as we know at the end of Arkham City.
It's being the text of it. What he's saying sounds like something Scarecrow would announce.
Yeah.
But we know that Arkham Knight isn't just a funny name here. It's Knight like Dark Knight. There is an Arkham Knight. You'll see him at the end of this trailer. Yeah. It could be him. It could be him talking about it.
The Arkham Knight.
Right. The Arkham Knight. This is something Chuck Osborne pointed out in the last Rewind Theater I did. He talks a lot about the Batsuit here and how
it's all mechanical.
Exactly. Well, it's funny because he talks about it. Actually, Chuck pointed out something that slipped by me, that if you pause here, it actually is a suit of armor now, right? Like if you go Origins to now, you see the suit get progressively more and more complex, and to the point now where it's like a robot chest, which you did not see in City.
Yeah, it's a character of its own at this point.
Right. If you want to stop.
Oh
here,
there's actually something I wanted to point out back here.
Right.
The logo on the back of this guy's jacket, that looks like a penguin to me.
It is. You're 100% correct. Good job, Destin.
Thanks,
Good
Greg.
job, Destin, in the game. Yeah, if you look at the back there, it looks like gangs are back. Of course, what's happening here is that in the year since Joker's death, you can't get mad. I said spoilers. It's been a peaceful time in Gotham. Now Scarecrow's got a plan to take out Batman, kill him once and for all, and he's got all of the goons you'd expect involved in it, being Penguin and Two-Face, who we will get to see here in a second. There's a dead copper. Pause right here. There you go. Two-Face on the left, Penguin on the right. We do know that, I believe it's confirmed, right, that in the Game Informer article, Troy Baker is back. He'll be playing Two-Face. In that, you'd imagine, I don't think it's confirmed, but you'd imagine Nolan North's back to be the Penguin.
There's a really good shot of,
awesome
Batman.
Shot of Batman.
Kevin Conroy is back.
Kevin Conroy is back.
Yeah.
We aren't going the Roger Craig Smith route of Batman Arkham Origins.
Yeah.
Batman looking like a badass in his super suit. Jumping off.
The tower.
What looks to be the Wonder Tower, right, which is where Hugo Strange died.
Yeah, where everything went down. It looks like there's some police tape or something up there.
Ra's was thrown out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's the section. And here he goes, drop
the
down.
glide and the ground slam.
Into the ground slam. That should break his legs, but doesn't.
Now this is new.
The Batmobile. It's a star character. Also, if you pause, rewind here, it looks like they're in Chinatown. There's a whole bunch of neon here. This is what I was talking about with different districts.
We'll get a shot of it in just a second here. A really nice shot of where he's located.
The Batmobile back. You get to drive it. You're in command. You're in control of it.
There it is right there.
Yeah.
And this is a new locale. I don't really remember this.
No, this is one of the new
games.
sections of the city. Remember, they're saying it's about 5 times larger than what you knew the Gotham City to be before. So now you get to drive around. You get to drive around in this Batmobile, which is totally awesome. I didn't get to play it at GDC, but running around watching it go, you'll see it here. You race through the streets. You smash through walls. You destroy. There's destructible environments. It isn't canned animation. That's really happening. Bad guys running around.
Cool.
Ooh, there she is.
Let's look at this.
My
Oracle.
Lady. Barbara Gordon.
Yeah, Barbara Gordon, a.k.a. Oracle.
A.k.a. Batgirl. Shot in the spine.
They said they wanted her to be more than just a voice this time. They wanted to like really explore her character.
Yeah,
and just seeing the emotion in her face in this scene gets me really excited to see what they're going to do.
Yeah, this is a cool thing. Of course, in this scene we got to see, before this Batman went and talked to Jim Gordon. Jim Gordon talks to Barbara. Barbara says she's out of the city. She lies. She's in her Clock Tower Oracle headquarters. She won't leave the city. She's here to see it through.
There's the Bat computer. It looks like they're analyzing some voice patterns or something up top.
I wonder what voice it is.
Yeah, probably bad guys.
Yeah.
And here's some of that destruction you were talking about.
Right.
Tore whatever that was apart.
Right. You got the elections over there. You pointed out the Gotham City police department logo.
Yeah. So that's the GCPD logo. Elections vote now, and I can't read the names on there.
It says commissioner there.
Yeah, I see commissioners.
Police of something, commissioner, elections, vote now. So Gordon's up for re-election. It looks like he should be thrown out of power because nothing ever goes right in this city.
Yeah.
He just relies on a man in a bat suit.
So this may seem like a minor thing to people, but to me this says
Batman murdering a guy?
Yeah, so he's murdering a guy, which he did in the past games, but it seems like you're going to have interactable environmental objects for combat.
Sure.
This guy looks armored. Now, in the past, you had to take him down with a taser or a beatdown. Maybe now you can just slam him into an electrical box.
Yeah.
That kind of gets me excited to see what they've tweaked with the combat system. My favorite part of the Arkham games. So
he's that guy. Yeah, throwing your batarangs.
That looks like a remote control batarang. I don't think that's a standard batarang.
Right.
Because it has this symbol in the
it's got that center deal. There's Gordon himself. On the phone, I believe this is where he's talking to Babs, making sure she's out of town. She ain't, liars.
So you're out of here, you're sure. Batman's doing some donuts back there.
That's how you gotta whip it. You got that Batmobile. You're coming around corners tight. You gotta whip it. You saw the little shot of fire there. The Gotham Herald in the background. You notice, of course, the eye there on the Gotham Herald. You see it in a few of the wide shots that have come and gone. Tap room over there.
Yeah, tap room. Oh, so this was really cool. So he's driving around the Batmobile, right? He pops out of the Batmobile, and he's able to glide into the air using the momentum of the vehicle. That's new, and I really, really like that.
Yeah, you keep your momentum, you get to go.
Moving on to the design of these characters, these don't look like Penguin villains, and they don't really look like Two-Face villains. Two-Face usually has a very unique design where it's like half and half.
Right.
I think these could be Azrael or possibly the Arkham Knight's villains.
I'm with you on it being the Arkham Knight, who I think might be Azrael. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
Remember, Azrael gives this speech in Arkham City where he's like, the whole city's going to burn and yada, yada, yada. Fire's been a big part of this. You see it in the logo. You'll see it at the end when they pop up the logo. But if you wait, when we get to Arkham Knight, you'll see those pants look a lot like Azrael or Arkham Knight's.
And that move right there, that's also a new combat maneuver that we haven't seen.
The knee to the face?
Knee to the face. I don't remember doing that one a lot.
You don't remember doing
he's grabbing somebody here,
right?
And I don't know if he's saving him or getting him out of there, but what happened to Hush? We don't know what happened to Hush. This looks like it could be a Wayne character.
That's not Hush.
It's a stretch.
Okay.
It's a stretch.
Is that the best look? It looks like it's just like a security guard.
It's just a guy.
A police officer. Remember, police have been overrun here in Gotham City.
It could be. Looking at the back of his jacket
Jason
there.
Todd.
Yeah, it's Robin.
Dumb Robin. At least it's family night over there.
Now this. Driving the Batmobile upside down.
Do you know what this is?
I know.
This is a Riddler race.
Okay.
When our GDC demo, you're driving around. You went to a Riddler spot, and you pulled in, and he took you underground.
Okay.
And he was making references to the fact that he hadn't had time to. He was gonna keep you busy while he ran around and put around trophies, or he didn't have time to do that yet. So he puts you into this race where you have to drive around his little thing, and as you see there, like the floor is falling out of it. That happens like this is like probably lap 2 or 3 where you were going and things started to change and you're driving on the wall and doing all these different
That's cool.
things.
I'm glad they're changing up the Riddler mission.
Sure. Yeah. Those are some of my favorite things.
There's another look at Jim Gordon. Probably from the intro or a boss fight. Still trying to get the friendlies out of the way.
Yeah. Well, he's still sending in his dudes here, his goons, who you call cops.
You think he's sending them in? I think he's saying get out of here.
What are you talking about? No way. He's roll back. He's saying attack. And look at that guy. That's a cop. That ain't a normal person. He's in a flak jacket.
All right. Something blew up.
Gentlemen. Who you want to listen to, Greg or Destin over here? Destin.
Leave your comments below.
Like, subscribe, share.
Yeah. Some
Batman
missiles.
breaking out the heavy artillery.
Bat missiles and vehicle-to-vehicle combat. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
They have armor on the back of their car because, that's what you're going to do when you build a car.
Right. Well, when you're a bad guy.
And then there's some weird explosion here. I don't know what happened.
It's purple. That's all you need
so he shoots it, then something explodes. Is that the vehicle exploding? This looks like they used an explosion from something totally different. I can't tell what it is.
Yeah, you're right. That's interesting, yeah. Good call, Destin. Good eye.
I don't recognize this guy, but he's
now, if you actually go back a little bit, because it looks like on his right shoulder there, he's got what looks to be the Arkham Asylum patch, which would make me think, yeah, he's with the Arkham Knight. Because that looks a lot like the A that Arkham Knight has on his chest.
Yeah, so why did he rip off this guy's mask and none of the others? So this is obviously
a cutscene to interrogate him and talk to him. It looks like Slade Wilson a bit from Smallville, too.
Nah.
I know it's not Slade. Slade was awesome in what's-his-face, but in Smallville, that's what he looked like.
Yeah. This is great. He's taking something out of his hand, maybe? I can't quite tell.
Looks like he's got a gun or an injector.
I think he's going to break that guy's hand in about 2 seconds. And then he's running away from a mysterious assailant, firing at him. We go back a little bit. Ace Chemical's back.
Of course. Can't have Gotham City without Ace Chemicals.
Good old Ace
a lot
Chemical.
of history in the Arkham games at Ace. There's Two-Face Harvey.
I really like what they did with his face here. It looks like a burn mark, like what acid would actually do to a face. And excellent job on that render.
Rock City, good job. Yeah. Destin Legary. And then here it comes. The Arkham
Here he
Knight.
is. One thing I did want to point out, he's invisible, and he's decloaking in this sequence. That's what I think is happening.
Is he?
Because, well, like, if we go back, he's,
all right.
maybe he's just, like, unmasking so that he doesn't match the grayness.
Sure. Interesting.
And then he punches Batman.
Yeah, and they get into it here.
Yeah, they get into it.
No savior.
See, and he's talking like you'd expect Arkham Knight to do. See, and now stop right there. See the pants, the A, everything we were talking about, why his guys kind of look like like him.
The Arkham Knight. And with the red accents, that makes me just think Azrael. But I know that this is the Arkham Knight, potentially a different character.
And they keep saying that it's an original character, but what does that mean exactly? Arkham Knight, sure, is an original character, but is the person underneath the outfit an original character? And he shoots Batman here, and the game ends. You start playing as Arkham Knight.
I feel like Batman could have gotten out of this.
No.
He just has to move the
gun.
It's
a foot on his chest, Destin.
He can move his hand.
No man can undo that. No man can undo that. That's impossible. And there's the fire, both referencing, what we know about Azrael from every other thing and what he said in Batman Arkham City.
Yeah. And
there's the mouse clicker. Oh, it's gone now.
Whoops.
Be the Batman. That's what they've been saying. Yeah. It's interesting. The debut trailer said "Be the Batman," then it said "Coming 2014." Doesn't say there, but 2014 is what they've announced as release date.
And if you pre-order, you can play as Harley Quinn. I don't like her face.
Nope, doesn't look like
her face.
Doesn't look like the Harley Quinn we all know well
from any of the games, even.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the Batman Arkham Knight trailer. The game's coming in 2014. What do you think of it? Let us know in the comments.
Did we miss anything?
I'm sure we did. Let us know in the comments. Then make sure you like the video, subscribe, share it with your friends, send it around the internet, and keep coming back to IGN for everything about the Dark Knight.